Tempo. I'm excited to see what he could do today, Kate.
Yes, we saw them, and it wasn't all that long ago in the group stage, right, which PSG across the board got the better of. Thierry, does that even matter? Is it relevant in any which way when we come to this stage of the competition?
Doesn't matter. I found myself in a situation like that. Yes, the volcano. I don't know if you remember that volcano that was the ashes in the air where we went to Milan. The 17 hours on the bus. We had Inter Milan in our group, and we controlled them in the group stage, and then we played them in the semi-final, and we lost.
Yeah.
It's not always easy to beat a team like that. You know, you meet them 4 times. At one point, they're gonna understand what's happening, and Inter Milan went on to obviously do the treble after that. But for this Dortmund side, let's not forget that last year they had the title in their hand. They had the title in their hand, and they messed it up 3 games in a row almost. Not only the last one, they were well ahead and they lost it. So I thought they were going to win the league this year if it wasn't going to be Bayern Munich. But Leverkusen won it. So you need to go to the final and win it, because at the end of the day, these type of runs are good if you go all the way.
In the Terzic words, there is everything for me. I mean, as Mika said, the passion, the control, the focus, but also he recognized that Paris Saint-Germain was better than them before. But we learn a little bit, and then it's a different team the second time, but we're still learning. And now isn't the point now that we go for it. Now there's no more time to learn. We go, we play our game, we do whatever we do, and let's see who is better. Of course, a lot of respect for PSG, but it shows you also how proud he is. This team, this stadium, these fans, and this special aura that is around them.
Yeah, you've been in these situations a lot in your career. How do you sort of taper the expectation and the emotion going into it?
The locker room is the key, Mika. The locker room. I mean, we face Real Madrid many times, and the Galacticos. We lost it.
Champions League heartbreak is common for them. Dortmund, the champions of 1997. They were at Wembley the last time the final was played there, and we wondered this year if history can repeat itself. Just look at the scenes, black and yellow all around this stadium. It really is a fantastic sight for this Champions League semi-final. It's incredible. It's a long walk for the players, Ali. They can savour this atmosphere and take it all in.
Absolutely, Fletch. Good evening, everyone. I've got to say before we get any further, in all honesty, I think that's the best atmosphere I've ever seen in a pre-match game, in any game anywhere on the planet. Honestly, God, the atmosphere an hour and a half before kick-off, and you mentioned it, Fletch. The Parisians played their part. What an evening we're in for.
So the players are lining up. Time for the Champions League anthem in this cauldron of an atmosphere in Dortmund.
Listen to these. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Are you commentating?
There was a confident look on the face of Jadon Sancho on the end of that Dortmund line. Dortmund, the outsiders, Paris Saint-Germain, the history chasers. All team, all talent prevail over 2 legs. Well, Dortmund lost 4-1 to Leipzig at the weekend, but 8 of the 11 keep their places tonight. The 3 changes see Julian Reis and Emre Can and Marcel Sabitzer come in. They replace Marius Wolf, Sally Oschan and Felix Nemecha. 5 full Germany international start, including 35-year-old Mats Hummels, who's played every Champions League minute this season. Jadon Sancho's been excellent since returning, and club legend Marco Reus is on the bench. Referee tonight, Anthony Taylor from the Premier League, and the video assistant alongside him is Stuart Atwell. And the captains joining them, Marquinhos of Paris Saint-Germain and the former Liverpool midfielder Emre Can wears the armband tonight for Borussia Dortmund. It's not heads or tails these days, it's red or blue. That's how they decide the coin toss. Paris Saint-Germain won a 12th league title 3 days ago and make 5 changes tonight. Hakimi and Hernandez return in defence, Fabian Ruiz in midfield and Kylian Mbappe up front. Tonight's 11 started the second leg in Barcelona in the quarter-finals. Gigi Donnarumma for Keylor Navas in goal, the other change. No PSG starter has won the Champions League, but 2 on the bench have, Navas and Marco Asensio. So the yellow wall has been full for a while. 25,000 fans in that section of the stadium alone. And when you factor in the Vitality Stadium, the home of Bournemouth holds about 11,500. You can then start to imagine just how intimidating that section of this stadium can be. Among the best in the world for atmosphere, colour and occasion. The Dortmund team doesn't have the star power of PSG or the form to back up their progress, but they have an ironclad belief that this can be their year. The magnificent Mbappe, a player that can win the whole thing for the French champions in his farewell season. One note, they played twice in Group F. PSG won in France. It was 1-1 here. Tonight, though, Ali, the stakes so much higher.
Yeah, it's massive, you've got to say it. Looking at the game, you think Dortmund have to win this one at home. The performance against Atletico Madrid in the quarter-finals was nothing short of magnificent. I think they'll have to give us another one of those performances, Fletch, I really do. But they're capable of it.
First touch tonight for Jadon Sancho and then for Emre Can. And in went Nuno Mendes for Paris Saint-Germain. There was a doubt over his fitness, but he's OK to start. And here's the captain, Marquinhos. Unbelievable atmosphere inside this stadium. 2 teams that started their journey together on match day 1. Day 1, still joined at the hip in the last 4. 7th meeting overall between them, but this is the latest they've played against each other in European competition. A 5th semi-final for Dortmund and a 4th for Paris Saint-Germain. And a big challenge, his big challenge, is how you keep Mbappe quiet.
Well, you've got to say it's probably easier said than done. But if you are the 2 centre-backs, Hummels and Schlotterbeck, the one thing you don't want to happen, Fletch, you don't want to get isolated in any way, shape or form in a 1v1 situation with them. So I expect the 2 of them to stay tight.
Well, we just saw Edin Terzic down there, his first Champions League semi-final. He grew up half an hour down the road. He's been linked to the club for most of his life. He first watched the game here as a 9-year-old. He might well have been a Stefan Chaplizar fan back then.
But if you are the 2 centre-backs, Hummels and Schlotterbeck, the one thing you don't want to happen, Fletch, you don't want to get isolated in any way, shape or form in a 1v1 situation with them.
Defended in there by Luca Hernandez and then Fabian Ruiz. Fulkrug doing well, Nuno Mendes likewise. Little back heel by Sabitzer at Paris Saint-Germain, looking to try and get things under control, but it's been a nice aggressive start here by the home team, who are looking to push forward.
in towards Sabitzer, given away. Just it down from Füllkrug into Ryerson. And Sabitzer. That heel idea was decent, and it still comes to him off the counter press of Jadon Sancho. Ruiz couldn't keep that.
And Nico Schlotterbeck was there to tidy things up for Dortmund. Füllkrug doing well, Nuno Mendes likewise. Little back heel by Sabitzer and Paris Saint-Germain looking to try and get things under control, but it's been a nice aggressive start here by the home team who are looking to push forward. Both sides beat Spanish opposition in the quarters. Barcelona beaten by PSG, Atletico Madrid by Dortmund. Neither won at the weekend. Leipzig hammering Dortmund 4-1 in the Bundesliga. Le Havre managed a 3-3 draw in the Parc des Princes, but you could forgive them if the concentration and the focus was on tonight, because this means so much to both of them.
Yeah, and it looks like Dortmund will get that 5th Champions League place, doesn't it?
Glanced on by Füllkrug, and then cleared out towards Kylian Mbappe, and Nico Schlotterbeck was there to tidy things up for Dortmund. Sancho running into Fabian Ruiz. I know there's been a lot of focus in the build-up on Vitinha, who's had an outstanding Champions League season in central midfield for the Parisians. But you'd make the point that Fabian Ruiz alongside him has been equally as good.
If not slightly better, Fletch, I tell you. I think he's one of these very, very underrated players, Fabian Ruiz.
There's Luis Enrique, another semi-final in the competition he's won before as a manager. The other time he managed in the last 4, he beat the German team Bayern Munich in 2015 when he was the head man at Barcelona. Mats Hummels, most experienced Champions League player in the Borussia Dortmund team. And now Ryerson, plenty of room. Sancho, decent defending in there by Luka Hernandez for Paris Saint-Germain. Got his confidence back, hasn't he, Sancho? Got his mojo back. He's looking to shine for Borussia Dortmund tonight.
I was just wondering where the PSG midfield was there when Ryerson broke forward. Posted missing.
Mbappe finding Hakimi. One thing I can promise you, Hakimi won't win that race with Adeyemi, who's officially the fastest player ever to play in the Bundesliga.
Looks quite strong with it as well.
Sancho with the quick feet and the little burst of acceleration, and now here's Ryerson. Julian Brandt. Ian Maatsen. Adeyemi looking to slip away down that side from Hakimi. Needed to be a better cross. And Jadon Sancho not quite able to keep the ball in play. He'll be encouraged, though, by the way they've gone about the start here, Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, they certainly have. And down the right-hand side, Ryerson, as you said, is going to give problem to Fabian Ruiz. If Bradley Barcola doesn't track back with him, because he's just going straight onto him, and that 3 in the middle of the park will get stretched for PSG.
Ruiz finding Vitinha. And now Marquinhos. Ousmane Dembele, who was outstanding in the quarters against Barcelona, but loses out there, and now Sabitzer can burst forward for Dortmund. Adeyemi and Vitinha had to make sure he was in the right place there defensively for PSG. Over goes Dembele, free kick. Anthony Taylor right on the spot.
I've got to say, Fletch, I cannot believe Dembele doesn't give him it back to Hakimi, who made a great run in the overlap full-back position. And then when he doesn't give him it back, they get caught out of position, and he's miles out of position.
One thing that's significantly different tonight to match day one, when Paris Saint-Germain beat Dortmund 2-0, the Germans played with a back three that night. It was experimental from Edin Terzic. It didn't work. It's a back four tonight, and a system that they know much better. It's not a night to make any kind of tactical gamble. He's got the system and the players out there that he believes can get them the lead tonight here to take into the second leg in the capital of France next Tuesday night. Dembele over there with Emre Can. Zaire Emery. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Fabian Ruiz was closed down very quickly in there by Mats Hummels, who, even at the age of 35, Ali, plays every minute in this competition for Borussia Dortmund.
No, proper wealth of experience. Top-class footballer, obviously, Fletch. Twilight of his career.
I tell you, he's made a nice start with the ball. Sancho, he looks so confident, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're right. He looks as though he fancies it against Mendes, doesn't he? And I think the way the game's shaping up early on, he'll get plenty of 1v1 situations. As I mentioned earlier, Barcola and Ruiz allowing him a little bit of space there.
Bradley Barcola on the ball for the first time tonight, supported here by Kylian Mbappe. PSG are the team with the better form. Barcelona the only team to beat them since matchday 4 against Milan in November. That's a sequence of 32 games in all competitions, and away from home they've been rock solid. Dortmund have lost 2 of their last 5, but did get a point against Bayer Leverkusen recently, which has been their standout result domestically. Here's Dembele, who we know has plenty of power, and he was quite accurate with that power in the 2 legs against Barcelona, but he fires this one wide.
Yeah, his movement's good, doesn't it? Takes him his left onto his right. Can buys the dummy. Shot not particularly great. Yeah, you mentioned that. They did have a good result against Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen only scored about 97th, 98th minute to equalise.
PSG ownership in the house. Real contrast between the coaches tonight. Luis Enrique with all the medals and the accolades, international caps, connections to the biggest clubs, and Edin Terzic, who played mainly as an amateur in the lower leagues in Germany, but tonight, of course, they stand shoulder to shoulder down there, very much as equals at this stage of this magnificent competition.
Oh, it's a great story. It really is.
Bradley Barcola slipping away from Ryerson. Kylian Mbappe. Hummels in there to, not once but twice, tidy things up defensively for Borussia Dortmund, and then a nice little flick inside by Sancho, and the Germans can get themselves out, although not for very long. Ryerson. Can.
I don't think the goalkeeper will be thanking him too much for that one. And the one thing he did do, he played it well and truly to the right side of the goalkeeper to to play up the pitch. It was interesting there when Barcola played the ball into Mbappe. Hummels and Slaughterbeck right on him immediately, as you would expect.
Dembele. Mbappe. Ryerson defending against Barcola, and now Sabitzer can play it forward to Brandt, who's a very elegant player in this Dortmund team. German international Sancho just not quite able to get the ball to him, but he's won it back again from Mendes. Played in now to Sabitzer, who's in, and Donnarumma did the right thing, came sprinting off his line. Julian Brandt. And then cleared away the deflection of Sancho, behind for the goal kick, but that's the best chance so far of the game tonight.
By a mile, but the ball should have been switched earlier. Adeyemi was wide in the left-hand side, completely spare alone. Should have been switched. But you're right what you're saying, Sancho started very, very brightly. Poor defender, you got to say, from Mendes. Onto it in a flash, he comes back. They get the by kick, but it was really, really bright play on the right-hand side again. They look as if they have a good night down the left-hand side, Fletch.
Early signs of encouragement here for Dortmund. The only final that PSG's played in was behind closed doors in Lisbon in 2020. They went out at this stage the following year. This is the furthest that Dortmund have been in the competition since they reached the final at Wembley 11 years ago, and that year they beat Real Madrid in the semi-finals. Dortmund's only win against PSG was in the last 16, a knockout match, and that was 4 years ago. PSG have never won here, and it's worth remembering they've never won a semi-final of the competition over 2 legs. That victory in Lisbon was a one-off game against Lyon, so maybe they can make a bit of history and get to a final by this route in the process. Last touch there of the Dortmund captain Emre Can.
One thing it would be a concern for PSG, obviously, Fletch. They don't keep too many clean sheets away from home in this competition. I think it's none in the last 18, which is a remarkable statistic, to tell you the truth.
Ian Matson. Too high for Ryerson from Mats Hummels.
Yeah, I mentioned the left-hand side. Obviously, I'm talking about the right-hand side there. You mentioned it with Sancho in particular. I just think I'm looking at his body language. He just looks like a different player entirely. He's wanting the ball, he's demanding the ball, and I think Ryerson will give him it all day.
Would you go as far as to say that his body language looks like the player that Manchester United bought from Borussia Dortmund? It's amazing how it can change. Coming back to this club has reinvigorated him and re-energised him. He's been playing really well since he's been here. Scored at the weekend against Leipzig, 3 goals in 16 games. He seems to have slotted back in to play like he was doing before he left. Kiwi there with a head start against Sabitzer, and then tied it up by Donnarumma. Off goes Mbappe. Took a couple of them. Hummels at the outset, then Emre Can. Vitinha heads it forward now to Fabian Ruiz. Looking to try and play Barcola in behind Ryerson, and he's in there for PSG. Here's Vitinha. Hakimi. Dembele takes the shot and tracks it wide. He needs no second invitation. He's a player who couldn't score a goal for love nor money prior to the quarters against Barcelona, and now he's another one that's had a big injection of confidence.
Yeah, he's trying to give the goalkeeper the eyes, isn't he? Go for that far corner, whip back across, go for the near post. I'm just wondering there at Barker, the better option might have been a first-time cross.
I find it fascinating, Ali, how a goal scorer's mind works. 1 goal in 32, and now he's got 4 in 4. When you get that belief in yourself, it's amazing what can happen.
Well, that's the word. That's the word, belief.
Offside there against Mbappe.
He'll go through phases, and he's in one just now. He'll probably feel as though he's going to score every game. Great feeling.
One observation would be that this is not the place to come if you've got a headache, is it? It's relentless, absolutely relentless. Magnificent.
No, it really is.
It's a foul on Warren Zaire-Emery, and the first yellow card tonight, which is shown by Anthony Taylor to the Dortmund left-back Ian Maatsen.
Yeah, just completely mistimed, doesn't it? Easy enough decision.
So Ousmane Dembele out to take this PSG free kick, and for the first time tonight they can send Marquinhos and Luca Hernandez into the penalty area. Dortmund defending the end of the yellow wall here in the first half. Plenty of whip on that, which was missed by Sabitzer. Here's Fabian Ruiz, he swings it in. Dembele's header blocked by Schlotterbeck, and then hooked away by Maatsen, and there is a PSG player down, Luca Hernandez, who took one in the mouth in the process.
I think he was trying to block his marker, which he did with a good degree of success, allowing the header back across, but I think he's taken a blow in the mouth for his troubles.
Got a reminder of his 50th game in the competition, reaches the 50 mark tonight. World Cup winner back in 2018.
Is it a left elbow there? Sabitzer, it might have been. Yeah, just blocks him, doesn't he?
One thing I'm confident in tonight, Ali, and you can hold it against me if it's wrong. I'm going to make a bold statement that it won't be 0-0. It's 80 games since Paris Saint-Germain were involved in a 0-0 in the Champions League. October 2015 against Real Madrid. The last time it happened, and I think even I can't jinx it tonight. The sample size is too big.
Well, it's a pretty bold statement you've made there. I hope I'm not coming back to you on it.
He's got a mouthful of cotton wool, Hernandez. Dembele looking to combine on that side with Hakimi, works its way here to Mbappe. Mbappe with the touch. Lots of yellow and black between him and the goal. Marquinhos. Dembele. Takes on Adeyemi, headed away by Hummels. Dembele just found that little half a yard to turn, but then played it straight to Marcel Sabitzer. But Adeyemi gives the ball away. Here's Vitinha. Has a really good couple of matches against Barca in the quarter-finals, and then Mbappe can't do anything there on the edge of the Dortmund box.
No, the defending's been very good so far from both sides. You're not getting any forwards, are not getting any time at all on the ball, which, to be fair, you would expect at this level.
Vitinha. Well, I think that Hakimi and Dembele are going to see plenty of the ball out there on the PSG right now that Matson's on this yellow card. You think they'd really try and test him. Little touch there by Mbappe. Here's Fabian Ruiz opening up here for PSG, and he was just looking to take it, then accelerate Mbappe, just bounced off him, but when he's in that central position, he's got so many options.
Fletch, it's a beautiful wee flick with the outside of the boot round the corner to Fabian Ruiz, and he's on his bike to get the return, which he did do. Just a little warning there.
There goes Jadon Sancho. That's not a very good ball, though, straight to Vitinha. Mendes, Barcola, Ruiz. Here's Marquinhos. Now Hakimi. Decent defensive organisation from Dortmund, but they're just starting to dominate the ball, aren't they, PSG now?
Which gives them a little bit of a problem. Defensive shape's very, very good. At the same time, in the home tie, you would expect them to press a little bit more aggressively. For example, Chan's a half yard away from Vitinha there, and he should be tighter.
Acceleration now from Dembele, supported on that side by Hakimi. Now that's going to be a goal kick. Last touch was a PSG touch.
Yeah, I'm not sure the home side would be too happy to allow PSG as much possession of the ball and not putting them under pressure, Fletch.
A scene around us. All the fans have suddenly stood up and started clapping almost in unison around the stadium. The majority of the Paris Saint-Germain fans have got their tops off now. It's been a warm day. It's a good job, based on the fact they're not wearing much behind Donnarumma's goal. Here's Sancho. Nowhere really for Ryerson to go, and the throw-in given to Paris Saint-Germain.
He was running up a dead end there, wasn't he?
It's worth remembering that it was Dortmund who won Group F, 3 clear of PSG in second place. They actually won the group with a game to spare. And Paris Saint-Germain have beaten Real Sociedad and Barcelona to get here. Dortmund's route took them past PSV Eindhoven and Atletico Madrid. And they can almost see Wembley Stadium on the horizon. Such an incentive for both teams over the 2 legs in this competition.
And I vowed I wasn't going to do it till at least the second half, but a rather controversial penalty against Newcastle helped him a little bit as well, didn't it?
Absolutely. Newcastle fans watching tonight will be saying exactly the same.
Yeah.
I must say, I thought the referee last night in Munich gave the perfect illustration of how to referee a big game, Clement Turpin.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the Premier League officials here tonight can do likewise.
Fletcher, honest to goodness, I thought he was outstanding last night. I really did.
Julian Brandt. Now Jadon Sancho. Adeyemi on the run. And Marquinhos across, and Hakimi might need that assistance tonight, you know, because I think when he gets in 1v1 out there, he really fancies it, doesn't he?
He got away with the first one with the block, didn't he? Not the second one. Gets his body across. Good solid play from the fullback.
.5 kilometres an hour he was timed at, Adeyemi. Some people don't drive that fast, Ali, do they?
Dear me. 36.5.
Yeah. Fastest ever Bundesliga player, so you don't want to be isolated against him.
What is that in real money?
Really quick. I nearly swore then. It's a free kick to Dortmund, and Brandt's out to take it. And there's a lot of bodies very close to Donnarumma, who doesn't like this kind of situation. He never really feels with confidence under high balls, the Italian international. He goes in towards Hummels, who didn't quite get the flick on that. And then Vitinha can volley it away for PSG. That touch from Sancho gets him beyond Fabian Ruiz. Still going here, Jadon Sancho. Julian Brandt can come onto it, and that's knocked Marquinhos clean off his feet. But it really was a vital block by the PSG skipper.
Brilliant from Sancho. I'm just wondering, could he have pulled the trigger himself with his left foot? But great play.
Schlotterbeck. Oh, that's a missed kick from Hakimi, which could have gone anywhere. And I think he was the most relieved man to see it flash over the bar and behind for the corner.
Well, he didn't know where Adeyemi was he? He did. He comes back on his left foot, just puts it into an area, and that's got panic written all over it. You will see the block. It's Marquinhos. Knocks him out, as you said. He gets back up, but it's a corner. Good spell for Dortmund, this, Fletch.
It's not something you'd encourage people to do who might be watching tonight, but it's the kind of stage of the competition where players will put every part of their body on the line for the cause.
Yeah.
Illustrated there by Marquinhos.
Look at that 6-yard box again. Clearly a tactic.
There's standing room only in there. Corner taken by Julian Brandt, which is deeper this time, and headed on by Mats Hummels. In fact, it's come all the way out to the corner taker, and then he's offside.
Yeah, it was a free header Mats Hummels had, and it was a poor one.
So the week of semi-finals in full swing. Tomorrow we switch attention to the Europa League and the Conference Leagues. At 7, Aston Villa compete in their first major European semi-final since 1982. They've got Olympiacos at Villa Park, and we've got 3 more ties, including a huge clash at the Stadio Olimpico between Roma and Xabi Alonso's treble chasing Bayer Leverkusen.
We just saw that chance again there from Dortmund. Fletch, he's tried to lift it over the goalkeeper, but stands his ground and makes a good save.
Fabian Ruiz to Kylian Mbappe. And then via the deflection off Sabitzer, the ball's worked its way out to Dembele. They've got men over on that side. Excellent running though from Adeyemi.
Oh, it certainly was. That's terrific defensive work, it really is.
When you're that fast, there's no chance for anybody to run away from you. He's Kyle Walker plus a little bit more, isn't he? In terms of speed.
Yeah.
Marcel Sabitzer over there. Hakimi was caught. He's one of 2 players in the PSG team tonight who have played here for Borussia Dortmund. Dembele, the other one, 2 seasons for Hakimi on loan from Real Madrid. Dembele was here for 2 years after leaving Rennes before he went on to Barcelona, so they know what it's all about in here.
That's the second time Adeyemi used his body well. Just gets his shoulder in front of the defender. makes it very difficult to nudge off the ball.
Slip there by Hernandez, but he's able to play it out towards Hakimi. He and Maatsen's header, and then Adeyemi to Emre Can. Here's Mbappe though for PSG, and he can have a run at Hummels and then flip it out here to Bradley Barcola. He gets away from Julian Ryerson and pulls it back in there towards Dembele. Good defended by Maatsen. Just had a glance at Ali McCoy's phone, which is between us, and you've had a text message from Paul Lambert,
yes,
of all people, who played the night that Borussia Dortmund were European champions against Juventus. Off goes Hakimi, really good run by the right back, and then a well-timed challenge in there by Schlotterbeck, who had to get that one right.
And just to let everybody know, he would bite your hand off for a 1-0 right now. And who can blame him? I just thought that was a better chance for PSG. They took an attempted goal there. There was a pass on to Vitinha. They didn't find him, Fletch.
Hakimi gets the other side of Adeyemi, but you don't tend to stay there for long.
He does it again, mate. Watch his body. Watch the way he uses his body. He uses it really aggressively to get in front of people. Look. Brilliant that, you know. Look at that. There's a right arm up again. That is really powerful defending.
Saw him score a goal here against Chelsea in the Champions League, where he pretty much ran from one penalty box to the other before scoring, and he just left everybody trailing in his wake.
Yeah.
Ryerson doing well against Nuno Mendes. Here's Jadon Sancho, Marcel Sabitzer, two players with Manchester United connections in the Dortmund team tonight. Emre Can. Fulcrum trying to get in behind, and he's managed to do it. He took it well and shoots. Oh, what a goal! That's an outstanding centre-forward play by the German international Niklas Fulcrum. The first touch was fantastic, and he burst into the box, and the finish was clinical. It's a brilliant goal. He might wear number 14, but that's a classic goal for a number 9. And Dortmund score first in the semi-final, and they do so quite brilliantly.
What a goal. What a touch and finish. It's absolutely superb. The long ball, he's onside. Mendes looks as though he's playing him onside. Now watch the touch. The touch sets him up for the finish. Bang. That's brilliant. What a goal. Doesn't take his eye off the ball. The control's first class. He has a look at the goalkeeper. He has a wee look. He knows he's got half a yard spare from a defender who cannot get across. Hernandez can't get across in time, and it's a beautiful finish, low and hard by the goalkeeper. Top class. Look, his awareness once he takes the touch, Fletch, and where the goalkeeper is, where he is, and where the defender is, allows him that little bit of composure for the finish. Great goal.
Outstanding. 15 goals now in all competitions, 3 of them in the Champions League, and he's got a fantastic record at international level, 11 in 15 for Germany, and when you can finish like that, you'll score against anyone.
100%. Only thing I would say, defensively, it's a nightmare. It's a long ball over the top. I mean, Luis Enrique will be absolutely livid at his central defenders, because that's all it is. He does well, Fulkrug. He drops back half a yard, then spins into the space, times his run well, gets his rewards.
Luca Hernandez needing some treatment. In the meantime, the Dortmund players have come to the touchline to get a drink. I mean, one thing you would say about PSG, they were behind in both legs against Barcelona and had the courage and character to come back. But if you're the home team in this stadium tonight with this kind of atmosphere, and we see the goal again, I mean, that's exactly what you want.
The touch is superb. I think the goalkeeper is probably expecting it to go across him on the left-hand side, but dear me, excellent forward play, it really is.
And it's not going to be 0-0, I did tell you.
No, you did mention that.
Don't forget that TNT Sports and Discovery Plus will be in the heart of the Premier League title running. Key games for Arsenal and for Manchester City live with us, as well as a to-be-decided clash on the final day. But first blood in the semi-final has gone to Borussia Dortmund, the team from Germany, and it's a German international with an excellent goal, Nicholas Füllkrug, that makes it 1-0 with about 7 minutes plus stoppage time to go in what's been a very competitive first half.
I'll tell you as well, Fletch, it's worth mentioning Dispatch's great pass from a central defender. He saw the run and dropped it perfectly from dead weight. Great pass.
Now, this might be a recurring theme. You've now had 4 text messages from Paul Lambert. I think he's enjoying it now.
Well, I can exclusively reveal the 4th one said, "Get in, your beauty."
So Borussia Dortmund 1, Paris Saint-Germain 0. Nicholas Füllkrug with the goal. And it really was an excellent bit of football from the German international centre-forward.
And do you know something, Fletch? I was enjoying the game, but I just felt it needed a little bit of a spark, a goal perhaps. And I just think the whole place could ignite now.
I didn't think it could get any noisier, but I think it has.
Yeah.
The yellow wall is bouncing. The whole stadium seems to be on its feet. Hakimi for Paris Saint-Germain. Good defending by Slotterbeck ahead of Mbappe.
A lovely cushion header, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I think we both thought the same thing at the same time. It's got an old-fashioned look to him in a modern game. That's the
don't mind it.
No,
I don't mind it at all. You know, exactly. You think maybe sometimes the big old-fashioned centre-forwards are a thing of the past. Far from it. His touch has been good.
Yeah, and on a night like this, they know they can get out through him.
Yeah.
Keeping a close eye on Luca Hernandez, who's not moving well at all. Whether they'll have to make a change in the not-too-distant future, we will wait and see.
No, he's struggling. There he is.
He's gone down again.
No, he's coming off, mate.
Yeah. Just looking down, the indication is it's going to be Marco Asensio to come on. He's the one that went sprinting back to the bench.
Does he jar it at the goal? Yeah, he might catch it at the goal. He does. You can see him feeling it right there.
There's the automated offside. That's how quick it can be done, and that's the perfect illustration. No need to draw lines all over the television screen and all that. That shows you that he's onside. Didn't take any length of time to work out, so...
I'm not sure that'll catch on, mate.
That bodes well.
What a strike, wasn't it? He just meets it beautifully. Sweet.
Just wonder, you know, when you see that from that angle, whether Donnarumma just froze a bit because he expected Füllkrug to go.
He does. He does. He definitely does.
Yeah.
That was my point. I think 9 times out of 10 the strike would have been across to the left-hand side of the goalkeeper.
If you said that, I apologise. I'm struggling to hear you in here. It's that kind of night.
Not a problem.
Well, it's actually going to be Lucas Beraldo who's going to come on, despite the fact that Asensio was out there and came sprinting back. So Beraldo, who they signed in January from Sao Paulo, he's only 20, made his debut in the competition in the last 16, but he's coming into a very, very big situation now for PSG, with a World Cup winner going off with an injury. And let me just tell you that we're less than 3 weeks away from one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history. Tyson Fury head-to-head with Alexander Usyk in Riyadh to determine the undisputed world heavyweight title. It's live on Saturday the 18th of May on TNT Sports Box Office, and that is going to be quite some night. Fury Usyk on the Saturday night, and the Sunday afternoon we'll see who's going to win the Premier League, and we'll follow that story right across TNT Sports and Discovery Plus. So that's been a bad 5 minutes, hasn't it, for Paris Saint-Germain, the goal, and also the loss of their first choice centre-back in Luca Hernandez.
And understandably, they're giving the substitute a good touch at the ball, early touch at the ball, good feel of the ball.
Donnarumma. First touch there for Beraldo, and now Vitinha. It's been a quiet night to this point for Kerbel, the goalkeeper of Dortmund. Haven't had a shot on target yet, PSG. This is Ryerson. Sancho was in all kinds of space. Had he been able to find the pass?
Should have gave him it earlier, Fletch. He delayed it a split second. Got to give him it earlier. Oh, nice feet.
Absolutely. If Mats Hummels was doing that, you know how confident this Dortmund team are now. Here's Füllkrug. Out it goes to Adeyemi. In first time to Sabitzer. Füllkrug gets it down. Sabitzer's shot, great save, Donnarumma. That's vital for Paris Saint-Germain. Matson then tried to come in, and he's gone down, and the Dortmund fans behind the goal are shouting for a penalty. And Marquinhos just ran across and dragged him back to his feet.
Fletch, the centre forward, does brilliant again. Füllkrug initially the switch of play with his left foot, but then the pass to Sabitzer. We'll mention him. Don't be kidded on by his size. He's got a lovely touch and a lovely awareness.
What a big save that could turn out to be from Gigi Donnarumma. Final minute of the first half, and Mbappe. Warren Zaire-Emery, who was leaning back when he hit it.
No, he didn't believe it, did he? That's the ball from Füllkrug initially. Delivery in's good. Watch this for a touch. There. Oh. The pass is beautiful because it's there to be hit first time, which he does do. But it's a great save. Füllkrug takes it, and I can't tell you how good that is weighted to be put, and he should be scoring. He's got to hit it down to the goalkeeper's left-hand side. It is a good save. I'm maybe doing him a disservice.
He's screaming for a penalty. Headed Terzic.
When he sees it again, he'll think it should have been a goal, never mind a penalty. Big chance.
How about that for confidence from Kerbel? 4 minutes added on. Not necessarily sure the manager's going to appreciate that kind of turn too much on the edge of his 6-yard box tonight.
No, I can tell you he won't.
Sabitzer to Brandt, who couldn't quite gather it, and if he had done, they got a 3-on-2.
He wanted it the other side of the defender, didn't he?
Sabitzer says he got the ball, Anthony Taylor says he didn't, and he's going to give the free kick here to PSG.
Getting back to the pass behind Sabitzer, he wanted it in front of him. Yeah, it's a free kick all day. Hakimi's just caught there. You can plead your innocence all you like, but it's a free kick. That's an interesting one. I don't think it's a penalty, but
nor does Stuart Atwell.
Yeah.
Here's Vitinha. Penalty situations are following Stuart Atwell around, aren't they, a little bit at the moment.
We'll get another look at that one, I'd imagine, at half-time, but my initial reaction was it wasn't.
Good play from Dembele. Drills it through. That's good defending by Ryerson. And I'm pretty sure that Luis Enrique is going to be asking his team why nobody gambled in there.
Oh, yeah. Just gamble, have a run, try and get in front of somebody. Great skill on the right-hand side. But defensively sound positioning from Ryerson there. Just whips it across. Got to come in. Barcola must come in there and at least threaten the goal.
They've had enough of the ball in the first half, PSG. They just look a little bit lightweight to the top of the pitch, don't they?
They do.
No real threat in there, Ali. They're okay wide, but
I would also suggest that Dortmund back four's been excellent.
A lot of experience in there.
Yeah.
Fultruck's had an excellent half, not just the goal. There's Ryerson looking to switch it. A little nudge there from Hakimi was enough.